to the next culture of Hofstede. It is a long-term orientation, LTO. So LTO means it is how much society values of long-standing as opposed to short-term tradition and values. This is the fifth dimension that Hofstede added in 1990s. After finding that Asian countries with a strong link to Confucian philosophy acted to different from Western cultures. In countries with a high LTO score, delivering on social obligations and avoiding of loss of face are considered very important.
Well, high long term. Okay, I forgot what's the O stand for.
Orientation.
Orientation, that's right. I think the high terms, the orientation. So for example, Asian culture, like Chinese culture, that family is the basis of the society, and then we will encourage the students that you have to study hard, get a good grades, go to a good university, so you can find a good job, okay, and establish a good family, raise the 2 good kids, and you can buy a good house. Okay?
Family culture.
Family culture. The children, they will be told since they were very young. So you study just, to build out your future in 10 years or in 20 years. So that is what? That is the concept from the high long-term orientation, the background. Parents and the men have more authority than the young people and the women. Okay? And the strong work ethics. So why we need to work hard? Because we can be successful, we can be recognized, we can be promoted, for the future. Okay? And we hope that we can have stable the working the life, so that the seniority in one organization is very important. Okay, and high value placed on education and training. Why? Because the more education, more training, more knowledge, more techniques, and then it can ensure your better quality of the life, the income or any the quality of the life for the future. So study, education, academic success, extremely important for high, long-term orientation culture.
Yeah. So in Asian countries, the popular quote is that education is the key to success. It's the popular quote. So how should we deal with the high LTO countries?
Well, it's just long-term. So USC, how that concept, comes from the generation by generation. So number one, dealing with this culture, you have to respect from the tradition. Okay, so if my parents that told me that this, and I would just say, respect, because this is the kind of concept how my parents, they were educated by their parents.
Yes.
Okay, so it's a tradition from the ancient ancestor. Second one, do not display extravagance or act frivolously. What does it mean there?
Frivolous is not having any serious purpose or value. It's like you're not having a purpose. You don't have a purpose or value.
Could you give an example?
It's like we can have an example like a frivolous child. He has a bad education. He doesn't mind his future. It's like that. It's a frivolous. It's not having any serious purpose. Not having values.
Values. Yeah. Okay. And then reward perseverance, loyalty, and commitment. Yeah. So for example, I think the parents they expect the kids, they care for them, So they before the kids they become adults, they'll do everything. They save a lot of money for children's the future education. But on the other hand, when they're getting old, they expect the children they can take care of them.
Culture.
Culture. And the same thing, if we put the years, the numerous years, our loyalty in serving in the one organization, and we would like that, to be treated, by the organization to take care of our future life. The same thing, and then saving face, protect your saving face, protect the reputation is also very important, and the children, they do everything that we can glorify the ancestors, and so your family name can be recognized, and you are not, to the person who damage the family reputation, and then that would be very the rude thing or very unrespectful things that determined by the family members.
So for the low LTO countries, it's like promotion of equality is their characteristic. They have high creativity, individualism. They treat others as you would like to be treated. And self-actualization is sought. So they want you to be treated, for example, I treated you right. I want you to be treated me like that also. So how should we socialize with those countries? So we should expect to live by the same standards and rules you create. So it's like hard to...
Well, I think that for traditional the concept of the people, they just really need to understand nowadays, 21st the century, and we call this as it is not the old mode industrial the age, everything the control by the hierarchy. But right now it is we call this post-modernism, the age. So we need cannot be centralized. The people, they have the more choice. They can make a decision. People being valued the creativities and then individual that kind of the achievement. So that's why we need to be more respectful about the young people's their ideas. Young people, they have the right to pursue their opportunity, and then they can make a decision what they want for their future. Okay, and so just need to be respectful to others. And in terms of that, if we want to make change in the society of the group, again, need to very, very slow. Not to make the change rapidly or dramatically. Okay, and so how you're going to gain the group, the consensus, it is very important to take things slower and step by step.
So I think cultural norms play a large part in this mechanics of interpersonal relationship with the workplace. So before we end this 5 Hofstede culture dimension, I think Hofstede analysis is done by country. If they want to know the status of their country, they may visit the website of Hofstede at www.geert/hofsted.com/countries. So I repeat, www.geert/hofstede.com/countries.
Okay, later we will provide the website information, our following the PowerPoint. So when you go to with this the website, there is a window that you can just key in the country's name. So for example, if you key in the Philippines, and then immediately the 5-dimension cross-cultural dimension will be, the information will be posted on the screen. That you can immediately that how high or how low about the
5 dimension.
The 5 dimension, and then there is also the paragraphs, the information introducing about each dimension below the website. Okay.
Actually, I'm checking it now, and you can see also the explanation on why that country has a high and low 5-dimensional level of country.
This is so wonderful. So the website, let's say again, is the Hofstede Center. The Hofstede Center. Okay, and I think that today we can just only provide very brief the introduction about this 5 dimension.
Yeah.
And if you need to know the one certain countries, the more specific the information about this 5 dimension, this is wonderful the website for you to check out.
Yeah, it provides you insights in Hofstede research and the research of his colleagues into the national and organizational culture. It is a deep research, so you can use it when, for example, you visit the other countries and you know how to adapt to their culture.
Yeah, so last time we're talking about the DISC. So when we're dealing with the personal interaction, interpersonal relationship, we have to know the people's their personality. And when we go to the visit of a country, or we want to work for a company or organization in that countries, we need to know the cross-cultural dimension. Okay, just like us, you know, when you travel, you need to know the temperature, right? So the temperature low, you need to wear your jacket. Your temperature is high, make sure you bring your swimming suit, right? And so cross-cultural dimension is the guidelines for you to better interact with the organization, with the country, with the group. Okay, it's very useful. Okay, so you have our blessing to utilize these guidelines to help you enhance your global leadership, to help your organization, your companies, to enhance the productivity of your family, your companies, the product and the services.
Yes. So, this is the 5 cultural dimensions of per country. So if you want to visit it, you make sure visit it if you want to know the status of your country. It's so very useful and you should try it.
Okay. See you next time.
Yeah, and I'm Nathaniel Castro and this is Dr. Judy, and this is the 5 cultural dimensions of Hofstede. Thank you.